Hi, my name is Tina Weitzman, and I am the owner of Finish Line Ultra Crewing, and I'm also an emergency and critical care veterinarian in the San Francisco Bay Area. Welcome to the Ohio Ram Show.
Well, thank you, Tina Weitzman, for that introduction. She is the head of Finish Line Ultra Cycling, and I am Lee Kreider, the producer of the Ohio Ram Show, a show about cycling and ultra cycling. And this is show number 209. The Ohio Ram Show comes to you 3 times a month on the 7th, the 17th, and 27th. This show is a service of the Race Across America time stations in Ohio, time stations 41 in Oxford, time station 42 in Blanchester, and time station 43 in Chillicothe. Be sure to check the show notes. There'll be some things there about today's program, some other ultra cycling links there as well. And you'll find them right below the video if you're watching on OhioRamShow.com website. If you're watching on YouTube, there will be a link to them in the description box. You can also find a way there to follow the Ohio Ram Show on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Well, it's a great pleasure of Chuck Stiver and I to once again visit the Race Across America Crew Seminar in Dublin, Ohio. Despite some threats of wintry weather, we made it there and back in good shape. And it's always a pleasure to meet some of you and talk with some of you and, of course, have a reacquaintance with Fred. Today we're going to have Chris Greenham and Jack Driver from Edinburgh, Scotland, and they're going to talk about a new ultra cycling race in Scotland, a 1,000-mile Trans Alba self-supported race. It is my great pleasure to introduce on this show my longtime friend Aidan McGee, who lives in Airdrie, Scotland. Now, I have to say, you'll need to listen kind of close. The Scots speak a brand of English that the rest of the world does not understand. We like to joke with them about it. They seem to take the joke well. Since my mother's family comes from the southern part of Scotland, down by the borders, I think I have a right to enter that joke with them. So, there'll be a few things that you may find hard to pick up, and it's just fun to listen. With that, we're going to go to Maria, and we're going to join Jack, Chris, and Aidan.
So, hi guys, how are you doing? We have Chris and Jack, all the way from Scotland, if I'm not mistaken.
You're correct, yes.
How are you guys?
I'm good, thank you. Yeah, not too bad. Good.
Good. We want to talk about your race. So can you tell us a little bit about race? I believe the name is Alba.
Yes, the Trans Alba Race. It's following in the footsteps of the likes of the Trans Am and the Transcontinental, and it goes around Scotland. It's 1,056 miles. Starts in Edinburgh, finishes in Edinburgh, but it takes in quite a lot of Scotland, including the Highlands, the Scottish borders, and a couple of islands on the west coast as well.
Okay, so who came up with the idea? Who's the cyclist? What happened there? So can you share a little bit about the history behind the race?
Yeah. We're both cyclists. Jack and I ride on a regular basis. I came home from the Trans Am this year, and after riding that, I was like, why doesn't Scotland have a race? You know, that Ireland's got the Transatlantic Way. We should have a race in Scotland. So decided to put it on, organise it, and we'll see how it goes.
So this is your first year then?
It will be our first year. We're not going to have a huge field. We're going to have quite a limited field. We don't want to put too many riders out on the roads for the first year.
Hey, Maria, I want to introduce my friend while we're in Scotland over here, Aidan, over in Airdrie. Hello, Aidan. How are you?
I'm fine. I get to talk to you, which we don't do very often.
Well, Aidan and I go back a great many years. We first met on the old CompuServe network, blessed memory.
Mm-hmm.
I think when we met, Aidan, it wasn't even connected to the internet, was it?
It wasn't. No, that was a year or two later when you could have a real web page and an email address like that. It was kind of it had its own special software that we had to use back then.
And our emails, we took great pride in the fact there were no names. We had a number.
Yeah.
Do you remember your number? I don't.
No, I probably got a note of it somewhere, but no, I knew what it was then. I'm a wee bit worried because my road racing bike is older than, I'm sorry, I can't remember which it is, but the guy on the right, my road racing bike's a 1990 Flying Scot.
That's actually
Yes, that's what I figured out, yeah. You don't even know why its brakes are terrible. It's got Campag Delta brakes.
Have you replaced them since 1990?
No, they're the original brakes. See, when you get on that racing bike, there's no stopping you.
Well, Aidan is really a commuter at heart. Tell us about your commuting, Aidan.
Oh, well, I have to go through Coat Bridge, and these two guys will know how bad Coat Bridge is.
Well, that's why you've not got any brakes. You've got to go.
Well, yeah, I mean, Coat Bridge, it's like missionary work. You have to go through it. It's just terrible. But I go through there in a Brompton every day.
Oh, beautiful.
To Baillieston and a Brompton, and then come home, except when the weather's really bad. And Lee knows what I use when it's really icy and bad, because this is kind of how we met, because I was discussing getting a tricycle a long time ago.
That's right. There was something about shifters or something like that.
Campag Ergo shifters. I didn't know if they were going to work.
He asked a question about shifters, and I happen to have those kind of shifters on our tandem, and that sparked a friendship. And Aidan has had us to dinner at his house a couple of times. He was to our daughter's wedding down there in Peebles. You got to go close to Peebles?
We do breeze past, yeah.
So are you just going to go around the coast?
No, we dip in and out. There's actually a map on the website that will show the full route, but we do dip in and out here and there. So
we go through the borders. We don't quite hit Peebles. We go just above Hoyt.
Yeah,
right. How about are you going to try the Great Glen, because that road can be pretty busy? You know, up from like Fort William over to Inverness and things like that. No, you're not going to do that.
No. Sorry, I'm actually trying to think of the route in my head just now.
Yeah, on the route. So it was going to be quite a busy road. And we took that out of the route, and that's why we're now going on to Skye and getting a ferry down to Mull, and Tobermory as well as on there as well.
And then we jump back into Oban. We hit the Trossachs, and then we head south.
Midges. Do midges make any sense to you over there?
No, I was going to say, I apologize to all of you English speakers if you don't understand these Scots. And I've known Aidan forever, and I still don't understand him.
Okay.
And poor Maria over there, who has English as a second language.
At least I'm understanding half of it. So, Lee, I think I'm doing better than you are.
Well, if you're understanding half of it, you got better than me. I was going to say,
the midges are a deep, dark secret. It's the most horrible, scary thing on the planet.
It's pretty bad, especially on the west coast.
Yeah.
The midges will make a massive appearance.
That's right. We call them no-see-ums over here. We do have them, but I can testify to the fact that you do have a leg up on that one. And will you have GPS tracking?
Yes, we're using a company called Tracking Legends.
Yep.
Aidan, you got any questions? You're going to pack up your Brompton and join this group 1,000 miles?
I've already got 4 kids, so I'm not allowed to do that kind of thing.
So, guys, when is the race happening?
Kicking off on the 1st of July.
Well, thank you, Aidan. Thank you, Jack. Thank you, Chris. Lee. So, thank you. It was a pleasure meeting you guys.
Hey, goodbye, Aidan.
Bye.
And goodbye, Jack and Chris.
See you later.
Well, thanks, Jack and Chris, for being on the show today, and thanks, Aidan, for dropping in. It's always good to see you and talk with you. You've been such a delight over the years. Thank you, Maria, for hosting the show. And we want to thank all of you for watching the show, We appreciate you very much, and we appreciate those of you who support the show on the social media. Now, our next show, we're going to go down just a little bit south of Scotland into a land known as England, and there we're going to meet with Marcus Leach. He is an ultra cyclist, among other things, has a very interesting background and story, and it's always good to get acquainted with someone maybe you haven't met before, but would like to learn more about. So with that, we're going to say goodbye.